Hey, folks, welcome to Spooky Appalachia. I'm your host, Jimmy, and joining me today is my co-host, Jared from Jared King TV. How you doing, Jared?
Hey, folks, how you doing? How you doing? Always honored to be here.
So I had Jared come on today because we had a story that the person who sent it asked if we could do it as a collaboration, and well, you know
Big
how
fan.
we are. We do what the fans want for the most part.
Absolutely. I believe it was sent by Danielle and Judy Bays, if I'm not badly mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct.
So big shout out to them. Thanks so much for sending this in.
Oh yeah. They wrote in, my wife and I are big fans of both of your channels, but our favorite are your collaborations, which we just said.
Yep.
I wanted to share an encounter my friend and his brother had while hunting back in 1989 in North Carolina. Due to the fact this is not my personal or family story, I have changed the names. One day in 1989, my friend Bob and his brother Ed, who were avid hunters, went hunting and were deep in the woods a little bit before daybreak. Bob's hunting spot was on the North Ridge, and Ed's was down in the valley below. They walked along until they both stopped suddenly. The air around them became almost static. They both felt as if they were so light they could float. Bright colored lights lit up the forest around them when all of a sudden a strange being appeared before them. It looked as if it were standing but was seemingly floating just inches above the ground. They described it as being about 4 feet tall and very bright, almost glitterly, like they had never seen before. Their hunting rifles became what they described as limber. It communicated to them telepathically and said, "Do not fear us, we will return." And then in a blink of an eye, they were standing in the bright sunlight and 6 hours had passed. Both rifles laid at their feet, wrapped in a perfectly 30-degree bend. They agreed to never speak of it to anyone outside of the people they were close to. They both became different after that, secluded to themselves and rarely spoke. Highly out of character for both of them, as they were always good-humored and outgoing, outspoken guys. Their family said they both also suffered from night terrors and nightmares after this. Wow, what do you think of that, Jared?
Man, that is a UFO story, alien story that is on another level.
I've never been sent one this where they had a what is it? Gosh. Is this the third or the fourth kind? I forget. I mean, I should know
I'm not
this
sure,
stuff,
man.
Wait, no, I thought the joke was the fourth kind was a butt thing.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm wrong.
So maybe we're looking at the third kind.
Yeah, is that a? I mean, I thought I've heard that joke many times. I could be wrong. The fourth kind was a butt thing, or is it the third kind? Sorry,
I have no.
It was just a joke I've heard a couple times. It was either the third or the fourth kind was a butt thing. I'm so sorry. It's all I could think about.
Oh, mercy me.
Oh gosh. Sorry. I hope I didn't offend anybody.
Oh man.
I can't get over it. Oh gosh. So I guess another thought is, could this have been possibly a religious type experience?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely kind of makes you wonder, because it said that one thing I did notice that it said, there was lights and
Yeah.
how the area around them, felt different. the like the electrical charge and things
Yeah.
like that. Even had stuff happen to the like material things, like the weapons they was holding. Hunting rifles and things. But
That was
they
odd
never
too.
seen. Yeah, but they never seen a craft.
Oh, you're right.
They just seen the being and the light.
Yeah. Yep. 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 I mean, to me, I mean, it gives it kind of. I do know a lot of people say there's crossover between the two too. These two
Right.
types of encounters. So who knows? The missing time definitely matches up with UFO experiences. And one thing, I think they said that the rifles were bent, right?
Yeah, and like a 30-degree angle.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's
wow.
I thought that was probably one of the oddest parts. I mean, rifles are usually pretty sturdy and
Yeah, I mean, it would
bent.
take something to bend that,
That'd be
and
something like Superman would have to just bend it. Or I mean, that
yeah,
takes a lot of force.
yeah,
I think
almost
they
makes you
or were they
wonder if maybe
22 rifle? They didn't say.
I have no earthly idea.
Yeah, it didn't
But
say. I thought
I mean, if you
for
think
some
about
reason.
it, you know, with the time loss and everything else, if it was in fact, like an alien abduction kind of thing. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying if
Hmm.
it was, um, who knows? Maybe if they did experience that, who knows? Maybe with the time lapse, maybe they were taken somewhere. They just don't remember it.
Yeah, I know. Linda Sigmund came on early this year, and she went through. She was hypnotized and was able to recount some of her stuff. I've heard a lot of people say that similar stuff,
And who
but
knows? Maybe they even experimented on their weapons. That could have been.
oh gosh, who knows? I, that that whole weapon bending thing, man, that is odd.
Yeah, and
I
they
can't get
weren't
over that.
broken; they was bent.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of makes you wonder. Maybe I mean, it's just that's a head scratcher.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say what happened
Yeah, it's
during
real
that
strange.
missing time. What was it? Six
And
hours?
yeah, and had to be several hours because they was there, before, really, really early in the mornings. And then next
Mm-hmm.
thing they know, there it is, and bright daylight, the sun's up, everything else. So several hours had to have passed. And what I kept thinking about too is, uh, said that their characters had changed after that.
Yes.
Said they was just different from daylight and dark.
Ooh, wonder if they got replaced by clones. Who
Hey, you
knows?
never know, man.
You never know.
You never know. That is really neat. I mean, that's just really interesting. That's one of these stories that you could look into and have like an entire discussion that would fill up a whole day over.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. For sure.
And you could get like a bunch of researchers together, and it's also one of them that may even start a rumble.
Yeah.
Especially the
Definitely.
ones that comes in and wants to debate on the fourth kind.
You mean the butt thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I don't offend anybody by that. If I did, I apologize. I just kept thinking of that, and I was like,
Well, see,
I couldn't stop
well,
laughing.
it's kind of like this. We're not experts in the field or
Yeah,
nothing
we're
like
not.
that.
We are not researchers. I get
No,
mistaken
we
for a
just
researcher all the time. I'm
right.
definitely not. I'm just a
Yeah,
guy that goes around places in Appalachia, legend tripping and telling people stories they sent in.
yeah. That's why I tell people the same thing. I say, hey, I'm a storyteller. I'm not a professional historian or anything like that. I like to learn as much about it as I can. But
Yeah.
I don't consider myself a professional historian or nothing like that. I'm just an old storyteller from the mountains. You know,
Hmm.
but so like I said, so we're not like UFO or researchers, any kind of, enthusiasts or anything like that. We just enjoy the stories.
Yep.
We'll talk about them, discuss them, and everything else. But like I said, as we always say, the not knowing is what makes it so interesting.
Oh yeah. Gosh, well, I was so excited to do this story. Daniel and Judy, thank you so much for sending this one in.
Yeah, thanks so much. Big shout out to y'all. And folks, if you have any you want us to read, or
Oh
if you've
yeah.
had any experiences, send them in.
Yeah, it's up on the screen now. You can email them to me, spookyappalachia@gmail.com. And
Absolutely.
you can mail them to my new P.O. Box. You can write to Spooky Appalachia, P.O. Box 569, Radford, Virginia 24143. Or if you just want to send me a big pile of cash to my P.O. Box, that's cool too.
He said, "We take it all."
I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I would feel horrible if you did.
uh,
I just had to say that. Sorry.
but yeah, I said, like you said, if you have some stories, you're not really familiar with, email and stuff. Because hey, I have a problem with that too sometimes. So it's a lot trickier than some people think. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not real familiar with computer or something, you sit down, the old fashioned way, write out a letter, write out your story, send it in. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we love your stories. I mean, it
Oh
keeps us
man, yeah,
running. I mean, I've got this whole YouTube off of stories y'all send in. I mean, it's a
absolutely, same here.
blast. Everybody loves them. People love sending them in. It's great. Great.
Absolutely. And also, let
Oh,
us know, folks, what you think about this story down in the comment section
yeah,
below.
yeah, yeah. And also, big thanks to our supporters who are now scrolling down there at the bottom.
Hey, I see me.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's see. Let's see. And then our content creator supporters, who are the next tier up. I believe it's just Jared who's here, and
Yay!
Werewolf Radar Podcast, their YouTube channel and a podcast. Check them out. Link will be in the description, or just Google them. Werewolf Radar. Funny guys, really funny. Definitely check them out. And I believe that's everything. Unless you got something else, Jared.
Yeah, if you're new to this, if someone shared it out to you, if you're just stumbled across it and you're new, please subscribe. Hit that like
Yeah,
button and share out. Tell your friends and family.
yeah, definitely do that. Channel's getting big.
Yeah, tell the dogs, tell the cats, tell everybody.
All right, folks, we'll catch you in the next one.
God bless and have a good one.